Hello, this is Emily James. I've made this short video to try to step you through the process of making a financial report. This would be for the Family Support Council's treasurer. Why do a financial report? We didn't always do a financial report, but then I never had a sense of where the money was going, so that was an issue. Um, we used to just get the raw spreadsheet from Shannon, but nobody specifically had the time to put it in an easy to read format. So, in many ways, we were flying blind back in those days. So, the family support coordinator, typically Shannon, will send you a discretionary spreadsheet, hopefully the Wednesday before the meeting on Monday. And this discretionary spreadsheet has two different worksheets. On the bottom, you'll see master, and another one is discretionary. On the master sheet, we have the date. Notice that the names are blanked out because that's a confidentiality issue. Then we have columns for conference, discretionary, which gets pulled from another sheet, ESS, and then these are the three breakdowns from each region, and then unallotted and total. The ESS expenses get calculated here or tabulated here. So what are all these things? Oh, well, we spent $50 on June respite, kind of thing. The overall sums are on the bottom of each column of Shannon's sheet, which is a little weird. It would be better for them to be at the top, but they do their thing. So I work with their stuff. So that was the master, and on the discretionary tab from Shannon, you'll see a breakdown by region. So the green is Berlin, the blue is Conway, red is Littleton. In each area, we've broken down discretionary, recreation, campership, and oil. Discretionary is that catch-all thing. It could be clothes, it could be equipment, it could be any number of a variety of things. Yeah, so that's what that is. So the next part is to copy the last financial report that we did, that spreadsheet, and rename it so that it's for the new month. Then look through, you may want to arrange by date, so sort by date Shannon's sheet, and copy any new entries on the master first from these columns up through the yellow, and then separately you want to copy this column into this column. You'll notice there's a new column that appears on our spreadsheet. It is a pull down menu. There are 14 categories, everything from camperships and respite and recreation to things like clothing and equipment and even a miscellaneous things, events. You get the picture. So once you've copied in the new part of this sheet, then what you want to do is make sure that you go through this column and classify each one of these expenses based on the comment. This part is important because we use it to pull from the discretionary sheet to the report. And then at the end of the day, check that your totals, which on our sheet are on the top, match their totals, which are on their sheet are on the bottom. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing as with the master for the discretionary sheet. Copy the new items in. Make sure you leave that column for the pull down menu, and classify them, and then at the end of the day, check the totals. Once you've done that, you're almost done because this sheet, which you won't see on Shannon's sheet, it's only for our purposes, this sheet pulls a lot of this data from the other two sheets. Things you have to change on this sheet are the date up here. Change the time pass, so I count, from July to whatever month, the number of months, and I divide it by 12. That will give us a sense, because if we've spent 80% of our budget in the first month, that's an issue. It also pulls these numbers from the other two sheets. And then what I do is I look through all these numbers and I highlight in pink our top 3 expenditures. So here you can see all the different places, categories that we can have. It also graphs them in a pie chart, so we can see it in a pie chart form. Hope you found that helpful, and hope you have an easy time making the financial report.